Hello, and welcome back to a brand new 2023 Clean With Me Marathon. If you are new here, I would love if you would hit that subscribe button and join the family. In today's video, we are going to be doing lots of cleaning along with a bunch, and I mean a bunch of amazingly delicious recipes. And if you are new here, let me tell you, I do not shy away from sharing the real life moments. We definitely keep it real here on this channel. We are also going to be decluttering my entire kitchen and getting rid of a ton of stuff. We are just trying our best to start this new year off with intention and making this life exactly what we want. And we also are going to be doing some decorating for the new year. And I love just being able to share this all with you guys. Now, if you are new to the whole cleaning marathon concept, this is an idea that my husband actually came up with years and years ago. So we have been doing it here on my channel for a long time, but basically it just gives you the opportunity to watch a super long video. You can pop it up on your TV, tablet, or phone and clean right along with me. Sometimes those motivating videos, while they're great, they just aren't long enough to really be able to tackle everything that you need. So this video is going to solve that problem completely, and you won't have to worry about the video ending before you finished your to-do list. This way you have uninterrupted motivation, and you also have a friend to hang out as you tackle your to-do list. I also wanted to make a quick mention of a giveaway that I have going on all this month. All you have to do is make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, and then be sure to comment on all of the videos that I'm putting up this month. As always, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and let's go ahead and get into it.
Better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling, go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So we are officially in the new year. One of my big goals is actually to get back into more healthy eating. I have Hashimoto's, and I actually started doing the AIP diet over last summer. That has been incredible. I have felt so much more energy. I've just felt overall less sick and way better. And I've actually lost about 25 pounds, which has been incredible. After a few months of doing that, I kind of slowly started going into eating more paleo style. And then December set in and we were like full on holiday mode. All the goodies were coming out. I did stay gluten-free and dairy-free still. However, the sugar crept in a little bit and I've just been feeling more bloated. I've been feeling a lot more tired and sluggish. I just told myself, when we hit the new year, I am going to hit the ground running. I'm getting a lot more fruits and veggies in. I'm going to be cutting sugar completely again. I just really need to kind of get a hold of things and not fully go back to AIP, but really just be in control of what I'm putting into my body. We are going to be doing some produce prep. I'm going to be prepping out a lot of fruits and veggies. I also have some super simple, because you guys know I love simple recipes for meal prep, just so that I can have them like throughout the week for lunches, for a quick easy dinner if we're running late. And then I feel like every new year, I always am like, I really need to boost our nutrients, especially after all the Christmas goodies and everything. And so I am going to be prepping up some juice and prepping up some produce to be juicing this week. And then I can hopefully just kind of continue on with that, just because I do feel like when we're able to get a little bit of extra juice in, it helps a lot. We do have a ton of stuff to do in the kitchen today, but before we get into that, we're going to start in the entryway area and we're going to be working on our guest bedroom. I want to change the bedding out a little bit. And then we also got some of our family pictures back, like we got the prints back. And so I'm excited to finally be putting up some nice big updated pictures of the boys. And then of course I want to clean up the living room and kitchen and just get that nice so that we have a clean, fresh space to work in, since we will be doing a lot of cooking and prepping and all that stuff. So we have a lot to get done, as you can tell. Let's get into it.
I wanna hear you say, that you only want me.
So So this is the state of our guest room right now. It really isn't actually so terrible. I actually got some new appliances, so I'm going to be decluttering some of these things. And then I want to change out this bedding. This is a duvet cover, but the duvet cover on the outside actually doesn't fit the duvet insert because it was just kind of like what we had. And so I'm going to put on like an old quilt that we have. And I just think that'll make it a little bit easier to make the bed and just kind of less of a headache.
Taking one more breath beside you, so I could find strength to divide us. Gave it all we got, and I know we did the best we could. If I could go back, undo the mess, I would memorize your face before I go. But this is how we go. Gotta give it up sometimes. Let's go. And knowing when to kill you.
My sister actually made this blanket for us, and I thought it would be perfect to go over the bed and just be like a nice soft little touch.
Sometimes we hold on to let go. Sometimes we hold on to let go.
I love having this little donation basket in our guest bedroom. We always keep it here. It's just kind of tucked out of the way, but also very accessible. So that way, anytime we find something in our bedroom or kitchen or just, wherever throughout the house, we can easily toss it into the donation basket. And then once it fills up, we can go ahead and get that donated and just kind of keep our house a little bit more decluttered. Definitely not as much as I would like, but it definitely helps. And speaking of decluttering, stay tuned because I'm going to be having a huge decluttering video next week. I'm planning to declutter my entire kitchen. Hopefully we'll get rid of a ton and only keep the things that we really, really love.
Gotta give it up sometimes. Let's go. And knowing when to kill your pride. There's no one to blame. Nothing really stays the same. This is how we go. Sometimes we hold on to let go. Sometimes we hold on to let go.
So we've had mixed tiles throughout our house, a few spots like these are some, and we have some upstairs by the boys' rooms too, and I love them because on the back you just peel that sticky side and they can be like restuck and everything, just to kind of give you your bearings. So here's our living room. Our kitchen is on this side. Right on the way to our bedroom, we have like this blank wall, and you can actually see it from the living room because of the cutout. And I've always planned to put pictures here, but we just never got around to getting pictures done. So I'm gonna go ahead and set these ones up. Look how nice that's gonna look. It's all washed out, but it'll look good. Oh, that's cool. These ones actually have magnets, so you can like really get forgiving with these. That's so cool.
Be what you wanna be. Do what you wanna do. And if it sets you free, believe in only you.
What do you guys think? I love them. I feel like they fit the space super, super perfectly. I love finally having some updated pictures because I think the last time we had pictures like printed out for our wall, Noah was maybe under a year old. So that's just real life. He's 6.5 now. So finally we have some updated ones, but I love how this looks.
Find the moment and make it. Write your headline and raise it to the sky. No one else can create it. Take your banner and raise it to the sky.
will say, especially since after taking Christmas down and just feeling the house feel a little bit more bare and like just a little bit more simple, it's been a lot easier to keep things clean down here. Thankfully, you don't have a ton to do, mostly just like tidying up some of the pillows and blankets, and then in the kitchen, you know, like a general topical tidy. But of course, we do have dishes. You are never ever alone because your laundry and your dishes are always there, always.
Feeling every spark, shock to my heart, see my blood rush running. Staring at my hands and making big plans. You and me started something just to watch my mind go wild. A hurricane inside, tearing through my chest so loud. Can you hear my heart right now? This is bigger than a crush. Embers falling around me. Really think this could be love? Ooh, only one I'm thinking of. Always electrify me. Yeah, you really keep me up all night. All night.
I am honestly feeling so much New Year motivation, and I am not letting it go to waste. I'm utilizing it and just making sure that all the things that are on my list, all the things that I really want to accomplish, I'm taking this extra energy that I'm having and just putting it to work. But I would love to hear, what are your New Year goals? I feel like I have so many goals that I want to accomplish during this new year. Mostly, I just want a lot more peace in our life. And so I'm doing a lot of things to go ahead and accomplish that. But one of the things, as I mentioned, is cutting out sugar and just being a lot more intentional with what we're eating, making sure that our family is eating a lot healthier. I also want to declutter our home from top to bottom once again, but this year I want to be a little more ruthless with it. Anyway, there are so many different goals that I have, but I would love to hear, what are some of your top New Year's goals? I always love hearing them. I feel like it's just inspiring to hear what other people are working on, what their goals are, and I would love if we could just share in the comments and kind of chat about those and motivate each other even more that way.
All night. This is bigger than a crush. Really think this could be love? All night. Only one I'm thinking of. Yeah, you really keep me up all night.
It's 1 a.m. and I ain't tired. I can stand right here and talk all night if you want. I ain't got no place to be, no one's waiting for me. I won't lie, I'm into you. Got like a million ideas what we could do. Cause I'm not gonna let you slip away, I won't waste this. There's something about the way you fix your eyes on me. I can't help myself, fall in love, I go crazy. What you wanna do now? Should we head back to my place? When you give me that smile, I think my heart's turned up the pace. I don't care about what we do if I get to be with you. What you wanna do now? What's to be afraid of when we're young, stupid, and in love?
Like I mentioned earlier, I want to declutter everything, and I just feel like everything kind of starts in the kitchen. The kitchen is the heart of the home, or at least in our home, that saying is definitely true. And so I am actually going to be decluttering our entire kitchen this upcoming week, and I cannot wait to just see what we're really not using. It's amazing how when you move into a new home, you feel like it's going to be impossible to fill up your cabinets, and yet a year later you have completely full cabinets, and it's just ridiculous because there are days and even weeks where I won't open certain cabinets at all, or I'm only opening them for one thing and I have 10 other things in there. So I'm really looking forward to getting rid of a lot of things, and I'm going to take you guys along with me. So if you are not subscribed already, be sure you subscribe so you can go ahead and get that decluttering motivation and all of the other things that we have planned for this year. We have makeovers coming up. I'll also be sharing lots more homemaking and cleaning motivation, decluttering, organizing, just all of those homemaker things. You're gonna find it here, so be sure that you're subscribed and you've already joined the family. Go ahead and hit that button and leave me a comment down below letting me know you're new.
Eyes on me, I can't help myself, fall in love, I go crazy. What you wanna do now? Should we head back to my place? When you give me that smile, I think my heart's turning up the pace. I don't care about what we do if I get to be with you. What you wanna do now? What's to be afraid of when we're young, stupid, and in love? They were in high school when they met, and things got kinda awkward. With sparks in the air, he would stare at her in class, and she would try to act cool. But it was obvious, like, ooh, they would be together, ooh. Then one day she said, write me a love song, 'cause I know you'll make it beautiful. And maybe I'll call you my sweetheart, and promise nobody can steal me away. Then I am yours, 'cause I want you, and I wanted you to know.
This song always reminds me of Kyle because we actually started dating back in high school. I would always write notes to him during class. I'm sure my teachers did not appreciate the, distraction of my note writing to Kyle, but this song just always reminds me of that. And when I think back to that time, it just reminds me so strongly of how fast time flies. At this point, we have been married over 13 years. We've moved so many different times through 7 different states, and we've had 3 boys now. And our life is just so much different than it was when we first started out. So I just love when you kind of are reminded of those memories, whether it's a song or a picture or, whatever kind of takes you back. Those kind of things are so much fun.
'Cause I want you, and I wanted you to know. As he sang, she started to dance, grabbed his arm and took his hand. He held her close under the moonlight as they kept on dancing. And now they're singing their love song, and they sing it kind of beautiful, calling each other sweetheart. I promise nobody can get in their way or steal the show. They're in love now, and I wanted you to know.
All right, next I want to work on the floors because they are needing a little extra love, and you're an adult when you get excited about the new cleaning tools, but this one is so worth the excitement. So we have had the Roborock Dyad, the previous version, for about a year, maybe a little over a year, and we just recently got the new version. This is the Roborock Dyad Pro, and it's like everything the last one was, but better.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine.
Who else finds mopping so satisfying, or at least watching someone else mop? I love just seeing that immediate difference of the floor being so shiny and so clean. Like I've said, mopping is not my favorite thing to do. The Roborock definitely helps make it a lot easier and not as tedious or anything, but I just feel like watching someone clean their sink or watching someone mop their floors is some of the most satisfying things to see. All right, everything feels so good in the house. Don't you just love that feeling when everything is like clean? It doesn't last long, but for those moments, it is glorious. And right now the kids are not home, so it's gonna stay glorious for a little bit longer today. Oh, I just love it. Now that everything is nice and tidy, we are going to jump into the kitchen and start getting things done in here. I just did a big grocery haul yesterday and had that delivered. So today I have a ton of produce that I want to prep out. I also got a few things for the recipes that I'm gonna make today. So I'm going to like ever so slightly go through our fridge. It's not gonna be a big clean out or anything, but just kind of like reorganize in there. We are going to start working on the produce prep, prepping out like salad, pineapple, carrots, celery, peppers, and then we are going to juice a little bit. Then we are going to actually work on the recipes. So the recipes that I'm gonna be sharing today are a homemade ranch, also a broccoli apple salad. It's just like perfect to keep in the fridge and enjoy throughout the week. Also pineapple, chicken, teriyaki stir fry. That one's great. It meal preps really nicely, so you can just, and it reheats perfectly, so you can have it throughout the week. Also a P.F. Chang recipe. I have shared a P.F. Chang recipe, but I kind of talked to my sister. She made it actually when we went up to an Airbnb cabin in Flagstaff, and I loved hers and I loved aspects of mine. So I kind of like asked her what she put in hers, and then I kind of melded the two together. And then last but not least, I want to make some homemade granola bars just for the kids to have. They can take it to school, they can snack on it throughout the week, and just know that they're not getting like a ton of sugar packed into each one. So those are the recipes we're gonna be making, and then hopefully we can clean as we go, and we won't have a ton to do once we're done cooking. But you know, there's a ton that we're doing right now. So let's stop talking and let's get to it. This is all the produce that I have. So I have a ton of lettuce. I'm going to be making a big salad. I'm going to use some of these for the P.F. Chang lettuce wraps. And here I have some beets. This is going to be for juicing, so I'm maybe gonna make a little juicing pile. Cucumbers for juicing, bell peppers. These are pretty much just for snacking and recipes, also same with those. Then I have some baby carrots, just one of these vegetable medleys. Same with this, so I need to use this up. Some extra carrots, more carrots. Snacking cucumber, some leftover celery that we have, more broccoli. Some of this is going to be for that broccoli salad recipe. And then I just went the easy route and got kale that is already destemmed, already chopped up. This is going to be for juicing. I also have some pineapples. This one we've got to use up right away. Hopefully it's still good. These are going to be for juicing, snacking, and one of the recipes today. And I always get questions about this little thing. It's just a knife sharpener, but I love that it's super compact. I think I have one listed on Amazon or linked on Amazon, but it just works super well. One of my biggest tips for salad, if you prep your salad ahead of time, is to grab a couple of paper towels. You wanna lay it in the bottom of your dish. It will actually absorb some of the moisture from washing your lettuce, and it will make your salad last so much longer. So you don't need a lot, just a couple little pieces of paper towel, and then you can start adding your lettuce right on top of that, and it will just really absorb so much of that extra moisture.
Talking to each other, I know we feel the same.
My mom always adds like extra stuff in there. Like she adds chopped up onions, chopped up bell peppers, chopped up carrots, and I wanted to do that, but I don't think I have enough room. So I might actually just like, while I'm prepping up some of the other stuff, like set a little bit aside and maybe just put like salad toppings almost in a little dish. When we were up at the Airbnb in Flagstaff recently, we got like a veggie tray and a fruit tray because I wanted to snack while we were up there, but I didn't want to be like just chips, junk, like things like that. I wanted a little bit of healthier options. And so we got the fruit and veggie tray, and everyone just loved it. I want to have a fruit and veggie tray at home. I thought this is cool because you can have like a bunch of different veggies in here. I'm super excited about it. It comes in a 1 or 2 pack, so I got the 2-pack, but I just need to rinse these out, and then I'm gonna start filling them with all of our produce, and we'll have some homemade veggie trays that just encourages everybody to snack on healthy stuff.
We both carry a scar. As you write the part we're playing, time to cherish.
And I'm just cutting these on an angle to make them look a little bit prettier, and then, I don't know, make it a little extra fun. No particular reason, really.
Don't be afraid, we'll be okay. And I know it's the right thing to do, let's break away. All colors will fade, let's go our own way. Now's the time to decide what to do, and I'll stand by you. By you, I'll stand by you. Now's the time to decide what to do, let's break away.
I just wanted to share a quick little update. Now that we've had these veggie trays in our fridge for a few days, they have been such a hit. I just cannot tell you how often all of us have grabbed for these in the fridge. I really love how they're set up because they're individual. You can just take one little section of them. You can take the whole tray, but it's just really easy to see what you have. And I'm definitely going to be continuing on with the veggie trays from here on out. I love these.
Not like anything we've done before, yeah. Now it's time for something better, and time for us to follow our dreams. No, we can't stay no more. Come run away, don't be afraid, we'll be okay. And I know it's the right thing to do, let's break away. All colors will fade, let's go our own way. Now's the time to decide what to do, and I'll stand by you, by you. I'll stand by you. Now's the time to decide what to do, let's break away.
Since I'm going to be juicing some of the pineapple and then also just having some of the pineapple in the fridge for snacking, I'm actually gonna have like 2 separate containers. If you are cutting up a pineapple and you don't wanna waste this center core piece, you can put it right into your juice, or you can put it into any smoothies that you have. And if you don't, like, you're not gonna make it right away, you can always just put it in the freezer. That way you're not having to waste it, but you can stick it in your smoothie and it will blend right up. You won't even notice it, but it'll add a lot of good flavor, and then you're not wasting any.
No need to overanalyze it. We grew apart more every day.
We're about ready to start juicing, and I came up with some fun names. I was trying to figure out last night like what kind of juice I wanted to make. I didn't want to overdo it, but I wanted to give us some variety, and I was coming up with some names. And the first one, the green juice, I called it tropical greens. The carrot juice, I called it spicy carrot. And then whenever I think of beets is The Office with Dwight Schrute, and so I called it Beet Farm. I was laughing about it last night. It's like not really funny, but it was probably way too late when I was figuring out what to call these. But anyway, a lot of times I kind of toss in what I have, or I know like certain things go well with other, fruits or vegetables. I typically will try to do like 80-20, like 80% vegetables, 20% fruit, just to sweeten it up. But that way you're getting a ton of veggies in there. For today, I wrote down like the idea of what the recipe will be like, so that if you want to make this at home and just kind of customize it as you go. Let's make some juice. I'm going to be doubling these recipes, but basically this is kind of the gist of the recipes, and then of course, like I said, you can just adjust them according to your liking. This is that tropical greens juice, and I love it because you packed a ton of kale in there, and then you also have cucumber and then the pineapple, which is what sweetens it and gives it that little tropical taste. It's so yummy. I feel like you can drink this and you're drinking something healthy, but it tastes really sweet. This is what it makes, basically doubling the recipe. So this will probably be like 4 juices or something, and then I'll just store this in our fridge and we'll drink it like throughout the next few days probably. The next one we're gonna do is the beet juice, so the Beet Farm. This one always reminds me of when I've done juice fasts, because for whatever reason when I'll do a juice fast, I'll make like a big juice and I always put beets in it, and it just gives it like that dark purpley kind of color. And so this one will probably always remind me of juice fasts. final juice that we're gonna make today is the spicy carrot. So literally it is just carrots and then some green apple to kind of sweeten it, a little bit of tartness. And then the thing that makes it spicy is the ginger. So you're gonna use about an inch of ginger. You don't have to peel it or anything, just pop it right in and it will just give like a really yummy flavor. If you think that sounds strange, just try it, you'll like it.
Gazing at the blue of the night, stars are filling up the sky. You take my hand in yours, we'll make our own constellation.
I am trying right now my hardest to clean as I go. This is something I try to do as much as I can, but sometimes I just get carried away or I get really tired and, you know, I leave the mess for later. Clearly you guys know that about me, but I feel pretty good because I did do a really good job of cleaning as I went on this day, and definitely cleaning a juicer right away is a must.
Didn't know what we were looking for till we found it. They could say
Before we get into cooking all the recipes, I'm just going to get all of that yummy produce put away in the fridge. And while I'm putting it away, I'm just gonna kind of reorganize a little bit in here, and I think I'm gonna go back to like a Lazy Susan that we had before on the top shelf for like pickles and all the condiments. I just feel like that's gonna make it a little bit more functional for us. So not like a full fridge clean out, but just enough.
walking down the crowded street, moving to our different beat. All eyes are on us now. Oh, but we don't care, do we? Oh, I can't imagine a world.
All right, quick change of plans. Kyle and the boys got home and we have to head out really quick. So I don't know when we'll get back, but I'll either work on the rest of the recipe prep and meal prep later tonight if we get back in time, or we'll have to get it done tomorrow. But don't worry, we'll get it all done eventually. It is a new day. We ended up getting home very, very late last night. Today, we are going to finish everything up and we're really just gonna be focusing on all of those recipes. So like I said, we have the ranch, the broccoli and apple salad, the two main entrees that we're going to be meal prepping so that we can have them throughout the week. And then we're also going to do those yummy homemade granola bars. If you haven't ever made homemade granola bars, they are actually surprisingly simple. I just need to get back in the habit because I used to make them all the time for our kids and I just have not been in the habit of doing them because it is, you know, more convenient, I guess, to buy them from the store, but they're really so much tastier at home. Obviously they're gonna be healthier and they're cheaper because oats cost like not a lot. So let's get cooking. I started making this ranch recipe years ago and it's super easy. So all you're going to need is mayo. Any kind of mayo pretty much I think is dairy free. We just use oat milk or rice milk. Then apple cider vinegar. That's going to kind of do like a buttermilk consistency in the ranch. Then for the seasonings, you're going to use garlic powder or garlic pepper. Then you want to add in parsley, dill, and onion powder. And then you can salt and pepper to taste if needed. Try it out, mix it up, and see how it goes. This recipe will make 1 cup roughly. I like to put it in a little squeeze bottle so we can pour it on salads or, you know, just have it as a dip. And then you can make it as thin or as thick as you want just by adding a little bit more or a little bit less milk. Also, I like to use mason jars to measure this because on the side of mason jars, it literally has measurements, so you're not having to like measure that out. And it's just easy because then you can put a lid on and shake it up and it just makes things a lot easier. gonna put it in this little squirt bottle. I got these from IKEA years ago and it's just super handy. And this will store in the fridge. It's like a week maybe, but I don't know if I would go much past that, but usually we just don't have that problem. As usual, I am going to have the recipe cards up on the screen so you can go ahead and check those out. And then I always have them over on my website as well. Just if you want like a quicker way to find the recipe, it's always over there as well. So this one is super simple. All you're going to do is take all of your dressing ingredients, put it into a bowl, and then take all of your broccoli, the apple, all that kind of stuff, chop that up, put that in a bowl, and then you're going to dump dressing right on top, give that a good mix, and then you do typically want to leave that in the fridge for a few hours just to kind of let it meld a little bit.
Say you think about me because I'm starting to doubt we.
Here I'm just prepping up all of the produce, and I'm also heating some bacon up. One of my least favorite things to cook is bacon because of all the grease splatter. It just seems like it makes such a huge mess. So I actually opted for this pre-cooked bacon just because you can pop it in the microwave and it finishes in literally a minute, no mess. But unless if we get it from Costco, we don't get it very often because it is a bit more pricey. Okay, the bacon is already out of the microwave, so while that cools for a minute, I'm going to add in some dried cranberries. These are just some cranberries I got online, but they do have a little sugar, but it was a lot better than the other ones that I found in the store, and they don't have like any added ingredients. This next recipe is so delicious. It has such good flavors in it, and it also comes together in under 30 minutes. So it's the perfect busy weeknight meal, or when you're trying to prep a bunch of things, this is a great one to add in. And like I said, it's just so flavorful. You have veggies in there, you have chicken. It is pineapple chicken teriyaki stir fry. You guys are going to love this one. It's definitely one of our family's favorites. So to make the most of our time, we are going to start by prepping out our chicken. This is a pretty big pack, but it was like the cheapest way to get it at the store. So I'm going to actually just only use half of this, and then the rest of it I'll probably just stick in a large like Ziploc bag and put it in the fridge with like a citrus marinade that I'll just make real quick. And then we'll have that maybe like barbecued out on the grill or something later in the week. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, use just half, chop this up, and then make the quick marinade, which is just arrowroot powder. If you want, you can totally use cornstarch in place of arrowroot powder. I believe it's just 1:1. And then also in that marinade, coconut aminos. Again, if you don't have coconut aminos or you don't use that, it's basically just soy sauce. So you can use arrowroot powder and coconut aminos, or you can use cornstarch and soy sauce or whatever mixture of those, but that's going to be the marinade for the chicken. And then while that's marinating, then we'll start like chopping up all of the rest of the things and get that ready to put in the pan. So now in a small bowl, we are going to add in 2 to 3 tablespoons of coconut aminos and then 2 tablespoons of our thickener, which is the arrowroot powder. This does not need to marinate for a really long time. We are just literally having it sit in here. We're gonna set it aside while we chop up the pineapple and the broccoli, the red pepper, like all that kind of stuff. Then we'll start cooking everything and the chicken will be all ready to get added into the dish. What you're gonna do is you wanna freeze it. It will go so much faster, and then you just peel it with a spoon. And look, it just takes that peel off so nicely. And you're gonna be able to mince this so much easier if it's frozen.
I'm sorry for what I have put you through. I still have you on my mind. My focus been drifting away from you. Just wasn't our time. You can say what you want, but I know you hurt at night. But I tried to hold you.
Then normally I would be chopping up a pineapple, but we actually have pineapple from yesterday. Next, we're just going to grab a bowl to go ahead and mix up the teriyaki sauce itself, and then we'll be able to start cooking everything. So we're adding a 1/3 cup of coconut aminos, and then 2 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, and then 3 tablespoons of pineapple juice. And if you don't have pineapple juice, you can actually just take some fresh pineapple and like smash it up, and that will work great too. And then we're going to add in a little more arrowroot powder, about 1 tablespoon, just enough to kind of thicken that up a little bit. So when you're making this recipe, you do want to add things into your pan in a certain order. So you're going to start with your oil, let that heat up, and then kind of saute your red peppers for a few minutes. Then you're going to be adding in all of your chicken along with your minced garlic. And then you're just going to stir that for a few minutes and let that cook almost all the way through, and then you can add in your broccoli. And then a few minutes later, once your broccoli is cooked and your chicken is completely cooked through, you can then add in your pineapple along with your grated ginger. Let that cook for about 1 or 2 minutes, and then you can pour over all of your delicious teriyaki sauce and let that cook in for just a couple minutes until everything starts to thicken and the sauce becomes a little bit sticky and really coating that chicken very well. Gosh, I wish you guys could smell this, and even more, I wish you could taste it. You guys have to make this one. It is just so flavorful, and I love the addition of like pineapple in there, because I feel like a lot of stir fries don't have that fruity flavor, but the pineapple just takes it to the whole next level. I just need to let that cool for a minute, and then we'll pop that in the fridge. We can have that throughout the week. But next we're gonna make the PF Chang chicken. This is like such a go-to. I actually have forgotten about it for a while, but it's made a comeback into our weekly menu because when we went up to the cabin, my sister made it, and I was like, wow, I can't believe I forgot about this recipe. We used to make it all the time. So like I said, I've kind of like melded her recipe and my recipe, and I think that this one's gonna be like our new favorite. So let's go ahead and make that one, and then we'll get to the granola bars.
Longing for someone to hold me, it could be anybody.
Okay, so I'm actually going to be making a double recipe of this, but to start, all you're going to do is just start browning your chicken and then add everything else. I would absolutely recommend using fresh ginger. The only other thing we need to prep is chopping up the green onions and chopping, like slicing the water chestnuts. That's really it. The rest you just dump it in here and it's a one-pot dish. So simple. If you make a lot of ground meat and you don't have one of these guys, you totally need to grab one. They are just on Amazon, but they make it so easy.
I can see all the signs I tried to fill in the cracks that were spread in my mind, but I was all out of hope, lost in an endless maze. The emptiness had unfolded just like a void, but you...
Now that the onions are getting cooked down and the meat is almost all the way done, like browning through, we're gonna start adding in the sauces and the garlic and all of that.
like getting blood out of the stone.
can see that recipe came together so incredibly quick and easy. It's really just like a one-pot meal, which I love. Now, we like to make doubles of this recipe, so keep in mind that's what I did today. But the way that we like to eat it is actually in a lettuce wrap. But if you have picky eaters or you're not a fan of lettuce, you can go ahead and like serve it over rice or something. You can even do it like over roasted veggies. I don't think there's a bad way to enjoy this one. It's super, super yummy. So we are almost done, and I've actually been doing a pretty good job of like cleaning up as I go. The dishwasher is almost full, and we have just a little bit of extra dishes in the sink. So we're gonna go ahead and make up those granola bars, then get everything all tidied, and we will have a fully stocked and prepped fridge, and it feels so good. Okay, for these granola bars, you're going to need rolled oats, some peanut butter or almond butter, chia seeds. These are totally optional. I just like to add them in. Same with these. These are little pumpkin seeds. We happen to have them, so you can add those in if you want. Some mini chocolate chips, some vanilla extract, and honey. And you'll also want to add in a little bit of sea salt. This one seriously cannot be easier. There's no cooking or anything. So we are gonna start by adding in like all of our wet ingredients, like our peanut butter, vanilla, honey, and salt, and give that a good stir in here. That way it's just easier to incorporate everything. And then we're gonna add in our dry ingredients like the rolled oats, chia seeds, pumpkin seeds if you want, and the chocolate chips. Now this granola recipe can be changed up, so you can add in whatever different mix-ins you want. If you don't want chocolate chips, don't add them. If you want some nuts added in, go ahead and pour those in. You can add in a little bit less honey if you don't want it quite as sweet. But once you have everything added in, just give it a good stir. And if it seems too dry at first, don't worry, it will come together. Just keep mixing.
And you haven't seen the best of me yet. There's nothing like you and me together.
I got these pans actually from Walmart. They're silicone. It's actually sturdy, like you can just pick it up. But that way I don't have to use like any parchment paper or anything. If you were making regular granola bars like I was planning on doing, you would do everything the same, except you would get like a pan, line it with parchment paper, and then spread the mixture into there, and then go ahead and let it chill in the fridge for a while. Cut it into bars once it's ready, and then you will store these in the fridge. Otherwise they get a little bit more sticky like that. But I'm just gonna use my handy little scooper, scoop them right into these mini muffin cups, and just pop this in the fridge, and we'll have little bites instead.
I'll be yours if you let me hold you tight, but I don't know if you let me in, yeah. I know you had your heart broken one too many times, and now it's hard for you to open up. They have been cruel to you, saying things they don't mean. They have been rude to you, disrespect how you feel, but baby, I'll never go that far, 'cause I know better than that. So baby, let me hold you. I wanna show you how to.
You guys, I am feeling so pumped for the new year. It actually feels a little bit different than it has in the past. Like, I feel like I always get excited for the new year, the new goals, all that kind of stuff, kind of a reset. But this year, it just feels different to me. I think honestly, a lot of it has to do with the last year. It kind of started off rough because we got sick, like very sick for like close to a month or something. And then I'm sure you guys know some of the other things that happened this last year. And it was just such a really hard, difficult year. And the year even finished off by having our razor stolen on Christmas Day, which really was a bummer, although we were all safe. So that was a blessing. But 2022 just felt like one thing after another. It just kind of felt like we were rolling down the mountain all year long. And I feel like towards the end of the year, we finally stood up. We were able to kind of get a hold of our life a little bit better. And this year, we are just taking off running. We are so looking forward to all of the amazing things that this year has to hold for us, and I hope that this year is going to be amazing for all of you as well. Keep in mind, our life is what we make of it. So if you are not happy with the life that you're having, I challenge you this week to sit down and make a list of what things you really want to change in your life, and then start figuring out different ways that you can start working towards those goals. We only have one life. We all deserve such an amazing one. We will have the life that we make for ourselves. So I challenge you to go after the life that you want.
Baby, I would always hold you close. So baby, let me hold you, hold you. I wanna show you, show you, show you how to treat you right, treat you right. Pull you closer through the highs and lows. Yeah, I wanna show you how to treat you right, treat you right.
I cannot tell you how good it feels to have all of this food prepped out. Now I know that we will be set for snacks, we'll be set for healthy meals. I even have that extra chicken marinating for a dinner this week. I'm just feeling so on top of things right now, which definitely does not always happen. So I'm really embracing that feeling. And being that we're still very early in the new year, I just feel like it's the perfect time to feel this way. But I hope you really enjoyed watching today's video. Be sure to try out some of those recipes and let me know in the comments which one you're planning on trying out first. Honestly, I don't think you can go wrong with any of them. They are just all so delicious. And if you are not all caught up on my videos, I have shared so many other homemaking videos with tons of other recipes. I have no idea how many recipes I've shared, but like literally 100 or more at least in my homemaking videos and my cook with me videos. So I'm going to link my homemaking playlist on the right side of the screen right here, so you can go ahead and check it out and get even more recipes. As always, thank you so much for being here. I cannot wait to see you next week when I declutter our kitchen. Bye guys. What do you think?
Really good.
You like it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good. You sweaty from jumping on the trampoline?
Yeah.
Live your life within the moment, and don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are decluttering the kitchen. I've wanted to do this for months. I usually do a big, huge purge, especially in the beginning of the year when you're feeling really motivated and you just want all that peace. This year we are going to do the same, but I'm going to be doing it a little bit differently because at the end of my declutters, I feel, one, I do feel pretty happy that we got rid of a lot of things, but I also am left feeling like, I was just a little bit soft on some things, and I definitely kept things that I know I'm not going to use, or I don't think that I'm going to end up using, and I could just get rid of them. I have some ideas and hopefully they'll pan out, but I will be taking you guys along with me on the entire process, and I'm going to show you guys all of these filled, crazy full cabinets, like my 45 mugs. Every little nook and cranny of this entire kitchen somehow we've filled. I don't know how it's happened, but here we are. So let's go ahead and purge some things.
I wanna hear you say that you only want me. Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around so little, and we keep track of time, being so serious, idiots, thinking it will matter, keep me company downtown.
All right, if you have been here for a while, you know that we show real life around here. We don't sugarcoat things. We just show it how it is, because chances are when you open up your cabinets, they probably look a little bit similar to mine, unless if you are way on top of it and have already decluttered this year. And if so, you're amazing, you're my goal. But if your cabinets are looking like this, I hope this helps you know that you are absolutely not alone. And also, I would like to invite you, if you have not already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, join the family, and get tons of homemaking motivation. And also, once you're subscribed, you are going to be seeing in the coming weeks our bathroom makeover upstairs. Unfortunately, we have run into some hiccups, of course, so you guys will see a little bit more about what kind of hiccups we're running into over on the vlog channel this week. But stay tuned because that makeover is going to turn out amazing. I have faith, and we are filming all of it, so that will be shared shortly with you guys. I cannot wait. To start out, I am actually going to write down some goals that I have for the new year that somehow apply to having a more decluttered space. That way, when I'm toying with whether I should keep something or whether I should get rid of it, I have these like thoughts on my like 2-year-old Christmas paper like fresh in my mind, and just kind of holding more space there for what I truly want and not getting lost in the idea of keeping it all and having it all, whatever the case is. So I'm gonna go ahead and start by writing those things down. One of the things that I always talk about is how everything costs something always. Every single thing in your home is costing you something at the moment. You're not spending money on it maybe, but it's costing space, it's costing you time that you have to maintain that item, whether it's cleaning it, organizing it, whatever. More doesn't equal more. Nothing is permanent. Another thing is that things don't matter. And then also, nothing will change without change. Those are the things that I'm kind of gonna keep in mind, and I might add to this as the day goes, but enough chatting, let's get to decluttering. When I declutter, I like to just tackle one cabinet at a time and then pull everything out of that cabinet, go through everything, and then clean the cabinet, because I take this as an opportunity to kind of deep clean inside the cabinets. And then anything I decide to get rid of, I just put on our table so it's out of the way. And then anything else I will kind of reorganize within that cabinet. So that's what we're gonna start with today. And then we'll just deal with one cabinet at a time.
So many heartbreaks, goes back to 2014, and I think that she knows it.
Okay, this is only the first 2 shelves. I still have 2 more up there, but just to keep things simple, since I'm out of counter space right here, I'm gonna go through these, declutter what I need, and then we'll move on to the top. So these ones I got from IKEA, but I love these ones because they're clear, so I think I am gonna keep most of them, but there are some that I just never use.
I think she knows that she drives them crazy when she's looking like that.
I feel like I rarely use this size, so I am going to declutter these ones.
The way she's moving makes them want it so bad. Gets the attention that we wish that we had. Yeah, it's almost cruel, cause I want her to. Oh yeah, I'm running in circles just to make her react. My heart is racing, yeah, I want her so bad. I wanna kiss her, but I know for a fact that she's way too.
This has survived several declutters. I ordered it and I thought I would use it, and I have this want to use it, but I just don't think I'm going to, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter it.
I'm hearing the beat now, it's pulling me in. Meet me at midnight, oh yeah. If you're ready to get down, bring your friends. Meet me at midnight, oh yeah. Down on your knees, you're begging, please, you want it. My love's like fire.
I do love mason jars. A lot of these are like old pasta sauces and things. A lot of times I'm like, I'll just keep those because we'll give something to somebody and I don't need it back, but that honestly doesn't happen a crazy amount. I think I'm just gonna keep like my actual heavy duty mason jars, and I'll get rid of all of these other jars. And I'm also only gonna keep things that I have lids for and not all of them.
Down on your knees, you're begging, please, you want it. My love's so sweet, sweet.
These are really handy things I got, and I have used them, but obviously I only ever use like 1 at a time, maybe 2 at a time. So it came in a pack of 6, and what you do is you pin your like big Ziploc bag on here, and you can make freezer meals, or if you're marinating chicken or something like that, it just holds it up for you. So I think I'm gonna keep them, but I think I'm gonna keep 2, and maybe I'll see like if some of my sisters want them.
Hands up, put your money where your mouth is. If you think that you got it. Hands up, put your money where your mouth is. It's like we're magnetic. You're pulling me in. I'll never forget this.
I know a lot of us have plans to declutter in the new year, but let me know if that is you, if you have plans to declutter a certain area in your home, or if you're like me and you just want to go top to bottom and declutter everything. I just feel like this year I want to create so much peace in my home, and a lot of that starts with having what we need, what we use, and nothing else. So I'm really excited to be officially starting my decluttering journey for 2023. I also wanted to invite you, if you have any tips as you're watching this video and they kind of pop up in your mind, please leave them in the comments and help all of us out. I know we each have so much to share with each other, so I would love kind of hearing all of your thoughts and any things that you have found worked really well when you're decluttering your home. I have a slight addiction to mugs, I found out. So I am going to start by figuring out favorite ones, the ones we always grab for when they're clean, and then we'll go from there.
Try to find myself again, but life is one big riddle of the future and what's been. Guess it's the way it goes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're getting rid of over half so far.
To the right, nothing can stop me in the night, like I am leaving all the bad stuff and trying to remain so strong. I know it's good if I'm alone. I got it, I gotta go, running to better times. Go, from my emotions I'll go, running to better times.
All right, you'll see that I'm actually going to be keeping most of all of our mason jars because we use them. I definitely want to be more minimal, but not the kind where everyone has 1 cup or 1 plate. We're gonna kind of be in the middle, and we're just going to be more intentionally minimal than we are right now.
Remember I was laughing in all the photos that you took, but now it looks like acting, like we were fiction in a book. Guess it's the way it goes, and I will never know why you let me go. Look to the left, look to the right, nothing can stop me in the night, like I am leaving all the bad stuff and trying to remain so strong. I know it's good if I'm alone. I got it, I gotta go, running to better times. Go.
These are just some old serving dishes, but I actually got some different ones over the last year. These ones from Walmart, and I think I like these ones better. And so I haven't used these really this year. These are just some cups. I thought we were gonna do a lot more like outdoor entertaining, but it seems like when we do, we either use paper products or we just use our regular plates. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these things. And then I was so excited about these little taco boat holder things, but we just have used them like once. So unfortunately, I'm gonna get rid of those too.
I could be raw, I could be tall, I make you feel real uncomfortable. Can give you my finger, but not my hand. I won't do your silly little dance. Don't need hugs, done with the joke. I know your next move, I can be calm, moving fast. Catch if you can, and I'm happy you can stand. take it slow. Next thing that I know, you got a next best. Summer soon, body snows, yeah. Soon too, you'll find out that
we are making some serious progress. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cabinets all decluttered. Now I'm going to just move on to the bottom. I'm going to do the cabinet areas, but I'm going to actually do it differently. Instead of going one by one, I'm going to pull everything out of all the cabinets down there, just because a lot of those cabinets are filled with like larger appliances. Any way that we can make this process smoother and more calming and peaceful, the happier I'm gonna be, and probably the more successful I'm gonna be. So let's get to it.
weekdays kinda like bros. I think back and it's obvious, obvious, obvious. I could be raw, I could be tall. I make you feel real uncomfortable. Can give you my finger, but not my hand. I won't do you silly little dance. Don't need hugs, come with the jog. I know your next move, I can be calm. Moving fast, catch if you can. Then I'm happy you can stand it. So you call my money, say you're moving with somebody. So ironic. So you call my money, say you're moving with somebody.
I can already see, looking at some of these things, there are some things that I think I might want to get rid of, but I'm not entirely sure. So I'm gonna do something a little bit different than I've done in the past. A lot of the time, I'll do one of two things. I'll either just, nope, I'm just getting rid of it. I'll just decide that. Or I will decide, no, I think I'm probably gonna use it and I'll put it back in the cabinet. More often than not, I don't get around to using it, and I'll either declutter it, you know, a while later, or I won't, and I'll just keep holding on to that thing in hopes that I'm going to use it, and it just keeps taking space and time and everything to organize it and clean it. So instead of doing that, I am going to make this process a little bit simpler, a little bit more soft on myself, but also I think it's gonna be more effective. I am going to have a maybe box. Like if I'm questioning it, then it's going straight into the maybe box. I can already see like there's some, I'm not sure, maybe. So if I'm even thinking about it, I'm putting it straight into the box. However, I am going to keep this box in our home, probably in the garage or something, for maybe like a month to 6 weeks. And if I haven't used it, I am going to box it up, take it to donate. And that way I won't have to like go through everything, but I know that it's like kind of safe, because I know that I still have the opportunity to still use it if I want. So it's not an immediately going to donation today. It's like, we'll kind of see how it goes. I think I have everything sorted out in my mind. Like there are a lot of maybe things already. I've decluttered a few things, and now I'm going to put things back, but I'm also gonna take this time to kind of like reevaluate how I put things in there. For example, always go for these, and they are the furthest away in the kitchen. So I think I'm gonna move them to another spot and kind of move things around and shift things just to make a little bit more sense.
Every time I get too close, you push me away. Don't wanna stick, telling me you don't want any obligations, and how you hate them. Don't call me just 'cause you're lonely. You know you're killing me slowly. No, maybe I'm yours, maybe I'm not. I think about it way too much, and every single thought is making me. Give me something straight from your heart. All this insecurity is tearing me apart. You're making me sleepless. You're making me sleepless. Yeah. I keep losing in this game of playing pretend. I don't wanna be a 4 a.m. I'm suffocating just by waiting on you.
I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I need to remind myself, like, just because something has been organized in the past, it doesn't mean it never needs to be reevaluated at times. And this is the perfect example of that, because I was able to pull everything out and then put everything back in a way that really made more sense versus how I had put everything away right when we moved in. This new way that we have things set up is just way more practical. For example, the mixing bowls that I use every single day, those are closer to the sink in the cook area versus being on the very last cabinet. And then there are some items that I use a lot less often, and those are further away in the kitchen. So just kind of reevaluating your area can actually make a big difference.
Just 'cause you're lonely, you know you're killing me slowly. Nah, maybe I'm yours, maybe I'm not. I think about it way too much, and every single thought is making me.
I have to say, this whole maybe box thing was so helpful. And after a few days, I was actually able to kind of pull a few things out of there and not put them back in my kitchen, but actually put them into the decluttering area where we were able to already go ahead and declutter those and donate them. And it just kind of created some separation between the steps of having them in our possession and completely having them out of our lives. There was almost like that middle ground, and that just made the whole process a lot easier. So I would definitely suggest, if there's something that you're kind of questioning, should I keep this, should I not, go ahead and put it in a maybe box or a maybe bin or laundry basket or whatever, and just decide to hold on to it, but keep it out of your kitchen or wherever you're decluttering. And then you know it's safe, so you're able to pull it back into your space if you decide. But also, if you realize you didn't miss it or you really don't need it, you can easily declutter it without having to have that stress or worry about it.
In every sky fall is a silver lining, and when the smoke clears, appears a revival.
Another tip that I have is to go through every single drawer and cabinet, even the ones that you think don't need any help. Like, for example, I didn't think I was going to declutter anything from our silverware drawer or our knife drawer, and I still found a few things to declutter. And I also just cleaned up the area, and it just feels really good to know that no place was left unturned.
I'm coming back to love. I know you won't let go. And I've got a lot to lose. Only one thing gets me through. Oh, and my
Okay, this is another drawer that is a little bit difficult for me because I love like kind of decorating with towels, but obviously I can't even open it very great. So I do have some that I'm like definitely gonna keep, but I'm not gonna be putting up these Christmas towels, for example, until next Christmas. So I think maybe I'll have like a seasonal basket that then every season I can go access that in my kitchen and just be able to grab the towels. And then I'll just be really picky with which ones I'm keeping. I'm definitely gonna be keeping all my bloom towels, which are these ones, because they are super awesome. They're really good size, they're really big. They're also super absorbent, and they have this little hook, so if you wanna hook them on things, but I love these. And they're double-sided and just super cute. Like, I love these towels. I think they're so pretty, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter these, let someone else get some use out of them because they're still in really great shape. They're just not the ones I always go for, so I'm gonna stop storing them. So these are the ones that I'm going to store. This is all I'm keeping. Look how much nicer that is. And then all of these are the ones that I'm decluttering. I'm kind of struggling with this because I'm trying to organize it and I just don't have the proper things right now to organize. I probably do around the house. I just have to go search around, but it's organized better than it was. And my point today is not to organize, but to declutter. So I was able to declutter some things that I don't ever grab for, ever use. And then these things, like I have some seasonal items that I'm just gonna put up in my cleaning cabinet upstairs because I'm not gonna use them now. I'll just wait till next fall and use them then. So we're good.
Time stops when we're alone. You got my love, don't let it go. Feels like we're paper thin, one step away from caving in. When you're out where all the wild roams, and you're looking for a way back home, I'll be like that only you can see. You can see. I'll be here when things go south.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so embarrassing. Just seeing how dirty our kick plates have gotten. I feel like whenever you're cleaning throughout the week and throughout the days, you really tend to focus on the obvious areas like your dishes, your laundry, your floors, your counters, all of those kind of surface level areas. And you really don't notice the kick plates are disgusting or the inside of your drawers have some drips on them or whatever. And so needless to say, I am going to be deep cleaning. I was already planning on it, but seeing these clips right here and just getting up close and personal with everything when I was decluttering, it really just pushed that up in my mind a little bit more. So stay tuned. There is some serious deep cleaning coming your way. Actually going fairly quickly and I'm really getting rid of a lot. So now the only areas we have are the areas like next to the fridge. We will go into the butler's pantry area. However, like this cabinet is pretty much my gluten-free snacks, things like that. And so a lot of this top stuff is like food or supplements, things like that. So I think I will declutter the bottom section, but I'll probably save the top for another day when I can be more in like organization mode and not declutter.
I'm somewhere in the middle, try to find myself again, but life is one big riddle of the future and what's been. Guess it's the way it goes, and I will never know why you let me go. Look to the left, look to the right, nothing can stop me in the night, like I am leaving all the bad stuff and trying to remain so strong. I know it's good if I'm alone, I got it, I gotta go, running.
This cabinet right here has like half fridge food prep stuff and half appliances, but it's connected, and this one is normally just has like food prep stuff. So I'm going to put all the appliances over here and then put all of the food prep over there, and hopefully I can just whittle a lot down because I just have too much right now. I love these little things, but they're like little mini waffle makers. But I just feel like I don't usually use them. Maybe I'll put them in the maybe just to make myself feel a little bit better, and I'll probably end up donating them. Oh, and this guy, if you make a lot of hard-boiled eggs, this is amazing. The kids can make them all by themselves, and they turn out perfect every time. Seeing all of these food prep containers is reminding me of last week's homemaking video. It is so incredibly motivating. I've shared 5 recipes. I also shared 3 juicing recipes and a ton of New Year motivation, cleaning motivation, and of course, lots of homemaking inspiration. So if you are feeling like you need to get a little bit motivated on eating healthier, you want to learn some new meals, definitely check out that video. I will have it linked down below. All of these are getting decluttered, and then these items are actually just like really good organizing bins, but as of now I'm not organizing my fridge in this way. I'm going to keep these, but I'm going to clean them up and store them somewhere else. You know, maybe when we even start tackling this area in another video, I will, you know, be able to pull these out and not have to buy new ones. But for now, they don't need to be where they are because they're not serving me in this area.
Trying to remain so strong. I know it's good if I'm wrong. I got it. I gotta go, go, go. Running to better times. Go, go, go. From my emotions, I'll go, go, go. Running to better times. To better times. To better times. To better times.
I have to say, this is like the most organized our junk drawer has ever stayed. And I think it's because of the way I organized it last time. However, you know, you just always need to do like routine checks on your junk drawer. So that's what we're gonna do today. But honestly, like I'm not even that bummed out about it because it's been probably close to a year since I like even touched this. And it's still, you know, fairly good, I would say. Okay, so this little bin is going to be garbage. These things are things that need to go out to the garage. And then we have a few things here that I think I'm actually going to donate that because we bought it and just never used it. But like these things, these go in bathrooms, this goes in the craft area, these go in the boys' wallets. Anyway, so just random things that kind of go different areas throughout the house. So I'm going to go ahead and put those away. But we did get some things donated and some things just trashed.
From this nightmare back when we were young, making these promises of everlasting. Started fresh as anesthesia, shadows and you feel I'm repeating moments with another, only able when I'm drunk. Why do I miss you as if you are departed when you might be lucky and dearly beloved? And through it all I still have this damn obsession. Can't seem to break out this spell, can't stop searching.
So here I'm just tackling our drink cabinet that has like mud water and hot cocoa, apple cider, things like that for the kids. We also have some lemonade containers in there for their lemonade stands that they like to have during the summer, which is a lot of the year here in Arizona. And then on the next cabinet off to the left, I'm actually going through all of our cookbooks. Now, I have changed my way of eating so much in the last 6 months. And so there are a lot of these cookbooks that I'm definitely not going to be accessing anymore, ones that have gluten and dairy and, all that stuff. So I am permanently getting rid of all of those ones that don't really apply anymore. And then I'm also just going through a few of the extra things, like we really love to stock up on candles when those go on sale. And so I'm just kind of organizing that, not like a full organization, but just a little bit, as in decluttering anything that I know we're not going to use. Okay, in this cabinet, I really just kind of clean things up. I have a pot up there for plants. Those are my 3 pitchers. And then here I just have like some of our drinks. This is mud water. And you see that little cactus measuring spoon? That's what we use to scoop, but it just looks like a cactus in the dirt. I always think that's so funny. Anyway, and then we have some little like hot cocos, things like that for the boys right here. And then in this cabinet, I really cleared out a lot. So I just put like seasonal candles up there, like Christmas and fall, things that we won't really use year round. I did go through my cookbooks, and then I just kind of reorganized the candles down in here. And this is just a tall pitcher vase that doesn't fit anywhere else. Also, I love like just putting some random stuff of the boys' artwork over the years inside our cabinets. You'll just see it kind of like throughout. It's just a fun way to decorate, just get to see them. Anyway, all of this is things that I'm going to be getting rid of. So these are just some cookbooks. You guys know my preferences, I guess. A lot of these have gluten and dairy, and I don't do those at all now. I'm still gonna keep these ones because I think I can organize with them, but if I can't find a place, then I'll end up donating those as well. And these are just some random things that we have used and we're not going to be using. I will probably keep this one as well.
I never got it, why'd you have to go? I guess this world's too slow for you. I think there's beauty in the gray, the cold, but you just want the gold. And there's no way I can beat it, cause I got no chance when it comes to her. She got the glitter and the fame, and I just wasn't enough for you.
I think up here is gonna be the perfect spot just to store like those seasonal dish towels. They're easy to get to. I can see them and remember they're there, but they're not in our drawer like for everyday use. I'm gonna think about this one. This was something I had got for myself, actually for my birthday, but then life just got busy and I didn't pull it out. And these, I already know what's in these. It's 9 of these glass jars. I got these and I just haven't gotten around to organizing that. So hopefully in the coming weeks, we will get that sorted out. So I am gonna keep this because I do have plans for it. It's just been a time issue. I got this a long time ago to like when we have gatherings and stuff, but I feel like a lot of times I end up not using it or I forget I have it. I'm like sad, but I think I might get rid of this one, even though I think it's so cool and fancy. Okay, and these, I actually will keep these. I use these a lot in the summer. This was an impulse buy. And I love it. I think they're such pretty dishes, but realistically, like I have all that I want. So now that I'm like not in the impulse of it, I'll probably just go ahead and try to return those ones. And then baking soda, nothing fancy about that. Okay, in these cabinets, this is the boys' lunch, school lunch area. But we also have some other things in here. So like this, I will donate this. This was from last year, Luke's lunchbox. I'm just gonna keep their 3. I love this big jug, but I find that it's just like too bulky. And then they did just get new water bottles. I think I'm gonna donate their old water bottles and we'll just stick to their new ones now. And then these are actually what we use for the boys' water bottles or water during lunch. They're just like little mini Powerade bottles or mini apple juice bottles, and then we'll drink the first time, I'll just keep rewashing them, and it's nice because they're small enough that they fit in their lunchbox, and if they end up getting tossed away or, you know, whatever happens, it's like not a big deal because it wasn't a nice fancy water bottle. These containers I got, I think this year, but they have been amazing. They're dishwasher safe, and I just love how simple they are. These ones I might put in my maybe because I love these. I used to always send Kyle's work lunches in these, but they seem to not fit the boys' lunchbox as well. And so I might put these in my maybe just to appease myself a little bit and probably end up getting rid of them. And then these we just use for like sauces or, you know, like applesauce, things like that. And then obviously these are just their thermoses that they use for hot things.
This is goodbye, bye, bye. LA made you crazy, crazy, yeah, yeah. I see your stories and I can't believe all the people you meet. Think you belong with everybody else, but you belong with me. And there's nothing I can do 'cause you don't see straight when it comes to her. No, she's gonna eat you up whole and spit you out, and then you'll be free. Every piece. I wish you could be happy, happy, yeah, yeah. But I can't lie. LA made you crazy, crazy, yeah, yeah. You don't care what's real no more. No, you don't want me anymore. You only want what you can afford. This is goodbye, bye, bye. LA made you crazy, crazy, yeah, yeah. You don't care what's real no more. No, you don't want me anymore. You only want what you can afford. Don't I make you feel something? Or maybe you can't feel anything. She's not gonna.
All right, we finished everything. We went through every drawer, every cabinet, other than, like I said, the ones up there that are more of like a continuation of our pantry, but we decluttered a ton, and I'm really happy that I did this maybe box because I'm already feeling better about maybe getting rid of those things, but I just don't have to let go quite yet. So these are all of the items that we decluttered today. Oh my gosh, it feels so good to just know like all of this is going out of our house. Like I said, I'm gonna try to return that one. And then this is my maybe box. Oh my gosh, you guys, I cannot tell you how incredibly peaceful this feels. I mean, you can see how peaceful it is as I open up each cabinet, but it just feels so incredible, especially if you remember the before. For me, the before is burned into my brain, but if you need to kind of refresh yourself on what it looked like before, you can skip back to the beginning of the video and watch some of those before shots. It is such a huge difference, and it just feels like a huge weight is lifted. I have been cooking in my kitchen as I always do, but this time I don't have to open up my cabinets and immediately feel overwhelmed or have to wrestle through things that I never use. Even when I go to get our morning mud water, I don't have to feel so overwhelmed seeing 40 cups in there. I can see the 10 that we use regularly and then know that I'm good from there. I really hope that this video has been interesting for you to watch and motivating to you, and I also hope that you've learned a tip or two from watching. Now, like I mentioned earlier, I actually want to go through my entire house from top to bottom and declutter everything that we don't use on a regular basis and don't need any longer. So knowing that, I would love to get your opinion on where you would like me to tackle next. I really have everywhere that I need to tackle, but just to give you a few ideas, I really am wanting to tackle our master closet, also all of our boys' closets and toys and things like that. I think for me, those are probably some of my top areas, but if there's anything specific you would like to see, comment down below and let me know your suggestions or your vote.
The pieces, hey, you'll be alright, you'll be alright.
I'm so grateful that you chose to spend some of your day with me today. And I've shared so many videos, like 500 videos or something on my channel over the years. So there is lots more to watch if you're still wanting to hang out a little bit longer. But if you need some more decluttering specific videos, I am actually going to link my decluttering playlist on the right side of the screen here. That's going to have tons of decluttering videos, both from this house and our previous home. So if you want a change of scenery, you can even go back and watch some of the previous ones where we did like full house declutters there. And of course, I share all kinds of tips in each of those videos. So there's lots and lots to learn. Again, thank you so much for being here, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video. We are going to be doing a 2023 clean and decorate with me, and I am so excited. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Wish that someone could say it'll all be okay. Just listen to me as I say. Listen to me as I slow it down. Dreams are yours if you want it. Enjoy the ride, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth it. Slow it down. Dreams are yours if you want it. Enjoy the ride, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth it. I never left a stone unturned.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for a new year clean and decorate with me. We are not quite ready for spring, but as you can see in the back, I do still have some of our winter decor still up. We did get all of like our actual Christmas tree and Christmas decor down, but we still have some like the more wintry things up. We have been having some warmer days, not crazy warm, but like 70 degrees, and I'm loving it, but I'm just not feeling super wintry right now. And so I want to go ahead and get that taken down, and then also go ahead and declutter all throughout all of my Christmas decor. I also want to get all of our everyday decor put back up, get the house kind of feeling fresh like the new year. We've just been kind of on a roll with making the new year what we want in life, and it's felt really good. So I also just want our decor and everything to kind of reflect that. I want to get back into just the kind of everyday stuff and kind of put the holidays behind us and then kind of look forward. So that's what we're gonna do today. I also have gotten some gift cards over Christmas, so I want to head to the store and just see if there's anything special out there, just to kind of sneak in with our existing decor that we already have. I also will be sharing a recipe with you guys. We'll just kind of go throughout the day and see where we end up. But I'm so happy you're here. Let's go ahead and jump into it.
I wanna hear you say that you only want me.
We are going to be spending a majority of the day kind of in the living room, decorating, undecorating, decluttering, like all the stuff in there, and of course cleaning. So I think I'm actually going to start in the kitchen. Now, we did do our nightly family pickup last night, which is awesome because when you have a lot to do, like cleaning is the last thing that you want to spend all your time doing. So I'm thankful for that. But I am going to start off in the kitchen, and then we will jump into the living room and start taking down things off the shelves.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long.
I'm not going to spend a whole long time talking about this because it's in fact a water dish for your pets. However, we have had this for maybe 3 years now. We really used to have to watch and make sure that the water wouldn't spill, especially having hardwood floors, they can get water damage. Ever since having this, we haven't had any water spills, and as you can see, like it can kind of slosh around and it just goes into a compartment down below. Whether they're dogs or cats, this works amazing. I'm gonna link it down below, but you guys will love it, I'm sure. Also, another random favorite of ours are these magnetic water cups. Our kids go through a ton of water cups a day, and so with these we just have on the side of the fridge, and so they don't have to be constantly dirtying our regular cups. They can just use these and then stick them back on the fridge. And I will also link these ones down below as well. Just broke. I'm so shocked. Darn it.
Yeah, you gotta step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And 'cause if you might mess it up, you're stronger than the others think. And 'cause if you might mess it up, go ahead and shine.
So today's video is all about kind of doing a New Year reset. We are decorating, we're cleaning, getting the house ready. I'll be sharing a yummy recipe later on. We're doing some shopping. We're just doing a lot of really fun things and some necessary things, of course. But I hope that you guys are going to feel motivated. I love sharing these videos with you guys because before I started my channel, gosh, it's been since 2017, so like 5 years ago now, which is absolutely crazy. I used to watch motivating videos and they really helped pull me out of postpartum depression and just gave me that sense of pride and accomplishment back in my day when I was really at a low period. So I always really hope that these videos give you not only motivation, of course, but also just company and a friend to know that you're not alone in whatever you're dealing with, whether it's something that you're struggling with emotionally, or if you do just need that extra boost of motivation. I really hope these videos give you all that you need. And one thing that I think helps a lot is if you go ahead and make up a to-do list. I don't know about you guys, but checking things off my to-do list makes a huge difference for me. So let me know in the comments what is on your to-do list today, whether it's long or short. I would love if you would share a few things and then come back later on once you're done watching and let me know all that you got accomplished while we were hanging out today.
Wake up 2 p.m. I don't know where we are. Looks like a cheap motel with our clothes on the floor. I don't know how we ended up here. And we've been flying high.
Here I'm just kind of clearing off the table. A few of these things need to be recycled. They were actually from when I did my big kitchen declutter last week. If you haven't seen that video, I will have it linked down below. And then I'm also going to be finally taking my maybe box out to my garage. This was something that I came up with to do a little bit differently as I decluttered my kitchen, and it ended up helping so much. I ended up decluttering a ton, like filling up my entire kitchen table. So if you are trying to declutter areas in your home, definitely be sure to check out that video. It was super motivating and I got a ton decluttered.
Cause I got you close and kinda hoping that one day we'll get the rhythm of it. I've been chasing you like the tail of a dog. I don't get no sleep when we kiss in the dark like we do. I just love the way it feels. Yeah, I know it's bad, but I can't resist.
So you guys may have heard me talk about our kitchen remodel that we have been planning ever since moving into our house over a year ago, coming on 2 years actually, which is just ridiculous to me. But anyway, we have a lot of plans, but one of the plans includes painting our kitchen cabinets. So this entire time I have had my eye on just painting the cabinets white, which I know they kind of look white, but they're actually like a creamy, a little bit yellow tone on them. And I've just felt like having white cabinets on the outer ones will look so nice. And then for our island, we were thinking to do the evergreen fog, which is the same sage green color that we have on our built-ins. But because of our bathroom makeover that we have been working on upstairs, I'm actually rethinking the idea of having white outer cabinets. So I would love to hear any of your thoughts that you have on the kitchen, whether it's something that goes along with what I've been thinking about for that, or if it's something totally different. Let me know your thoughts on the kitchen remodel and what you kind of think would look great in the space. As we're getting closer to actually remodeling the kitchen, I would love to hear all your ideas. All right, since the living room is really not messy right now, whenever we do our nightly cleanup, usually Liam opts to help with the pillows. Like, he does other things too, but he jumps on the pillows and I never go back and fix them. Like, they're not exactly how I would shop them, but I love it, and it just makes me smile as soon as I walk in here and see like crazy chopped pillows. I always leave it. So I'm not gonna like actually do really anything. Like there's a few things, you know, to kind of tidy up here and there, but mostly I'm just gonna start by taking down all of the decor. And then once we get it all taken down, I'm gonna go ahead and declutter everything and just kind of decide what I'm gonna actually use next year. And then once we get everything decluttered, I can go ahead and actually wipe down the shelving, and then we can kind of move on from there.
I was the girl all alone in the corner, drinking by yourself on a Saturday night. You were the guy with your friends at the doorway, pretending that you had the time of your life. Had we met before, instant chemistry, I was so glad you came. Had we met before, laughing instantly, but it didn't feel like thunder or lightning, but something struck me when I was looking into your eyes. Wasn't love at first sight, and fire burning bright, but now I know what it was.
I am grabbing some laundry baskets to declutter. You can see we have 3 baskets right here. This one is for like the upstairs area where we do more like a candy cane lane theme, and then these 2 are like the main area, but one of them is still basically full. We did take some of the decor down already, but this is like a bulk of it. I really want to declutter a lot. I think I'm gonna start with the upstairs area just because I'm not as attached to the things from upstairs, or some of the things from upstairs, and so I think I'll just more immediately know what I want to keep, what I want to get rid of, and then once I have that momentum going, we'll move into the more harder things that I might be a little bit more attached to. When you're decluttering or being intentional with your decor, or anything in your house for that matter, it does really take time to do those things. And I didn't have time to do this earlier in the year. And that's the biggest reason that I didn't take down our winter decor at the same time that we took our tree down several weeks ago. Honestly, I just know myself, and once I put it away, there's absolutely no way that I'm going to be pulling it out and decluttering it later on in the year. Once it's taken down and put away, it's out of sight, out of mind, and I would have had to deal with this at the very end of the year. Sometimes I just want to rush through and get things done, but Kyle always tells me, and I love this, he always says, do things at the speed of right. A lot of times we want to do things fast and just, knock them off our to-do list, get them done, check them off. But rushing is not always the best thing. So instead of trying to do things really fast, make sure that you are doing them at the speed that they need to be done correctly. Okay, we got upstairs narrowed down to 1 bin. Perfect. This bin is actually things that I already took down from this year. This went up on our mantle. We have our stockings. Some of these trees were like gathered around the house. I feel like most of the stuff that I have is things that I used this year. I was thinking there was a lot more, but I think I actually did a declutter earlier, so maybe I already got rid of quite a lot, but I know there's still gonna be some things in here that aren't gonna make the cut for next year. Always will use any of my soft fabrics, so like table runners, blankets, pillow covers. I'll always use that to kind of create a barrier between the items. They're not getting scratched up or broken.
could I wanna be anywhere else?
Here you can see I'm just using my fantastic Tetris skills to make sure that everything fits really nicely in the bins, and I was successful at it. I got everything that we decorate our house with, other than like the garland and the Christmas trees, fit into these 2 boxes.
You changed my world. Yeah, you saved me without even trying. I got a feeling like never before that all these miles were worth it. Chasing your heart and running the ghosts, 'cause I will be loved by you.
This garland actually was supposed to go in my garland bin, so when we store this, we're gonna just put the garland and stuff in the garland bin and it'll be all perfect.
Do you ever feel you don't get out what you're putting in? All your hopes and ends.
Last but not least, I'm just putting away my nativity set. This was a gift from Kyle years ago. We've kind of added to them over the years and now we have the full set, but they are always like one of my very favorite things that I own and just something that's super special to me. So these are one of the things that never come out of their boxes other than when I'm using them, and then they go right back in when I'm done.
Oh, there must be more. There must be another way. There must be conscious. Different things in different ways. There must be love. There must be a reason. And a little bit of faith has got to come my way. I was just a little girl when my mama used to say, ooh, happiness requires work every day. Oh, and if that someone makes you smile and leaves you with a scar, don't let them tell you what you feel or who you are. Oh, there must be more. There must be.
Every time I pull my duster out, I always get questions about where I got it from. So this one you can either find on Grove Collaborative, you can also pick it up on Amazon. So I do have it saved in my Amazon favorites. I'll of course link it down below along with anything else that you see in today's video that I can think of. But if there's anything that you see that you have questions about, let me know and I can give you a link or let you know where we got it, when we got it, things like that in the comments. But anyway, back to the duster. I love it because it's actually reusable. You can just take the duster part off, toss it in your washing machine, and then you can continue using it for years and years. And then of course I'm using my trusty e-cloths. So the pink one is just the general purpose cloth, cleans everything with just water. And then the blue one is the glass and polishing cloth. This is like the best dynamic duo. They work so well together and it gets your surfaces streak free using just water. They're like my little magic cloths.
There must be another way. There must be conscious. Different things in different ways. There must be more to the reason why.
All right, I have all of this cleared out. We have decluttered, we've wiped all the shelves down. I was planning on tackling the floors, but I'm actually running a little bit late on time. I forgot the boys get out of school early today, so I don't have a whole lot of time to be super productive. I can obviously continue on when the boys are home, but it really just kills momentum for sure when everybody's in the house. So I think I'm gonna pause on the floors for a minute and I'll probably just have our Roborock robot vacuum kind of run those for me, but I think we're gonna go ahead and head out to the store. My plan is to go to World Market and TJ Maxx Home Goods, and then also hopefully Target, because I have gift cards for all of them. So I'm just gonna see what they have. If they have anything really fun for the new year, just a few, like maybe 2 items or something like that. Like not a whole lot, but just a couple little things to kind of spice up the decor that I always use. So my first stop was World Market, and I love this store. I don't always get to come in here just because it is like very specific, but every time I get the chance to come in, I love it. I get so much inspiration when I come in this store from all of the different art pieces that they have, the home decor, and they even have a lot of kitchen items and things like that. So it's just a really fun store. And this picture right here, I love this one. I thought it would look great in our bedroom. I don't exactly know which way I want to go in our bedroom, but I thought that picture could be like the perfect inspiration piece. And then they have a ton of vases. I loved all the different textures on these ones and the different sizes. I felt like those were great because you can have them around all year and then just change out the different floral stems that you have. And then these little glass bottles are perfect. I might actually come back and pick some up for spring and just add some sprigs, either some live plants in there, or I could even just add some faux pieces, but they just looked so fun and fresh. And then another thing that I ended up looking at, which was not really on my list, was actually just all of their self-care items, their bathroom items. And I'll show you a haul of everything that I got once we get home, but I just always love the stuff that World Market has. It's just a little bit unique and kind of feels a little extra special. Next up was Home Goods and TJ Maxx. Our store is actually combined into one. I was kind of peeking at different mirrors because I've been all over the place with our bathroom design, and I wasn't sure if the mirror that we had was going to work or if I would need to get one here. And then I always love the pillow selection that they have here. However, I pretty much never get any pillows unless if they come with a zipper so that I can change out the pillow covers and replace them with a different one whenever I get tired of the current one that it's on. And then this clock was so cute. I almost got this for my office because I'm always wondering like what time it is in there. And then I just took a look around the rest of the store. I saw some cute vases. I saw some really pretty crystals. And then on the way out, I noticed they do have some Valentine's decor out. Let me know in the comments if you guys decorate for Valentine's Day. I pretty much never do. I just seem to never get around to it. My final stop was Target. So I grabbed a basket because I don't think you can actually go into Target without a basket. You always find something. And the first thing that caught my eye was this ponytail palm. I was actually in the market for one of these, but I wasn't really expecting to find such a great selection at Target. In our store, it was just right next to the dollar spot, but I moved right along to the home decor section. Now you can kind of see our Target was looking pretty sparse. I actually think they had just kind of taken down all of the winter decor and all that clearance stuff, and they were just kind of starting to put out all of the new items. So I was kind of bummed to see that they didn't have a great selection. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes when you watch those shop with me videos and you see these other people's stores and they are just like perfect and pristine and having all the selection, sometimes that works out like that, but I feel like more often than not, it tends to look like our store did today, where it's just not all there. Like they're missing a lot of things are sold out or they haven't put them out yet. But anyway, I'm a bit rambly, so I'm just kind of showing you a few of the items that I saw here. Of course, everything was so pretty. A lot of things were really on trend. And then this vase really caught my eye. I just love like the organic shapes and colors, very neutral. So I ended up picking this guy up and bringing him home with me. And then of course they had a lot of great faux greenery. Typically I find myself going for the live greenery, but if you do not like live plants or anything, definitely check out Target for their greenery. They do have a pretty good selection. As I went on through the store, I found this mirror and I loved it. I thought it was so pretty, but I did think it was a bit overpriced at $40 just because it is pretty small. It wasn't a substantial mirror at all, so I did pass on that. And then this tray, I cannot wait to see if it goes on sale because I just felt like the look of it was so pretty. I love the shape, I love the bright color, and I'm really excited to come back in maybe a few weeks once they get all of the new decor line out because I've seen a few things and I can't wait to get my hands on a few of them. Hopefully I'll be able to snag some of those items before I decorate for spring so I can get those incorporated because some of the pieces I saw online just really caught my eye. Then before I headed out, I just took a look at the mirrors, again, kind of keeping in mind for the bathroom upstairs. And this one actually caught my eye because I had never seen a mirror shaped like this before. And I peeked around and it was actually a return. So it was on sale, but I couldn't figure out a good spot for it. So of course, I left that one at the store. I am back and I didn't get much, but the things I got were really fun. So I actually got these, totally not a decor item, but these were from World Market and they are eucalyptus mint shower steamers. As a little step to self-care, I got those. And then I also found this vase from Target. I thought this was so pretty. I love the style of it. I also picked up this Pompous scent room spray. This is the Hearth and Hand collection from Target. I actually got this for the Airbnb makeover up at my mom's in Montana, and I just love this scent. I thought it was so pretty, and I haven't been to Target maybe once since then, I don't know, and I forgot to get it. So I went ahead and used a gift card for this, and I'm just gonna stick this probably in like our little half bath. And then I got a ponytail palm. This is an exciting thing and also a little bit sad because the ponytail palm that I've had for so many years, we had it in Utah. I don't know what has happened to it. So I got this guy to replace him. And surprisingly, sometimes Target has live plants. And my tip, I've shared this before, but my tip for finding live plants, especially if you're not like the best plant keeper, is to get them from places like Target or Walmart, maybe even Home Depot, places not like a nursery where they're gonna be pampered. They need to be like surviving and then they can come home with me and then they have like a better chance. Then I know they're a little bit hardier of a plant. So anyway, now that we have that out of the way, I do have like our everyday decor right here all packed up. So I'm gonna go ahead and start decorating the shelves.
I'm going for broke, yeah, I'm all in. It's all on the table, let's sink or swim. I'm ready to lay it on the line, yeah. But it's like every move I get shut down. I'm down for the count, falling to the ground. Now you gotta tell me just what you want, just what you want, just what you want. And don't let me walk on broken water. Don't make me push it any further. Why do you wanna make it wrong? I'm trying to hold on, so please, yeah. And don't let me walk on broken water. Don't let us sink into the darkness.
These three little plants right here are actually just here temporarily. They are going to be going up to our new bathroom makeover this week, and I am so excited to share how that bathroom is turning out. So we are not quite done with it. We're going to be finishing it up in the next couple days, but it's amazing. It was normally our lime green bathroom, very full of, you know, very interesting character, if you want to say that, but it's transforming into a space that's very classy. And I'm trying some different things. I'm painting the cabinets. We're just adding a ton of stuff in there, and you guys, I think, are going to love it. So stay tuned for that video next week. I was getting ready to start decorating the shelves, I got my bloom towel order. These are the Valentine's Day set, so I figured I would show you guys. Oh my gosh, these are so cute. I've seen some sneak peeks over on Instagram. All right, this is the first one. This one is called Be Mine. So on The back side you have these little hearts, and then on the front you have these bright flowers. I love that Bloom Towels has kind of been doing this, especially with their seasonal launches, is they have like a really bright, bold pattern. But if you go more neutral in your home, you can just flip it over and use the more neutral side. That one's called Be Mind. This one is called Sweetheart. Cute, colorful hearts in the front, and then the back is just a pretty black and white stripe. And then this is the one that I've been seeing, and I've just been like, I need this one so much. This one's called Cupid. On the front, you have these like two-toned hearts, and it's perfect for if you fold it, no matter which side you want. They are super absorbent, and they have these little tabs right here, so you can hang them or, you know, whatever. This is the back. How cute is this? I love this one, the XOXO. I just feel like this is so cute. And also all of their collections like pair really well together no matter what sides you put together. So I love that too. I'm so excited. I think my coupon code is for 10 or 15% off, but I will have the link and coupon code down below in case you want to order these. They also have all of their everyday ones that aren't really part of the seasonal collection. I'm sure you guys have seen them on my channel, but I just have like a lot of Bloom Towels. I love them. They are my favorite hand towels ever. If you can't tell by the last few clips of all of our, everyday decor, I am very drawn to neutrals. But let me know in the comments, what is your design style? I'm definitely drawn to anything neutral, a lot of things with organic shapes and materials, all of that really cozy, earthy things. I'm totally in love with those. And now I really love that the backdrop to all of our decor is this really pretty sage green color. We painted our built-ins the evergreen fog color about a year ago, and we have loved it so much. And I love that it is actually a color now, but it's still very soft and fairly neutral. And then for spring, I plan to bring in more bright colors and give a little bit more life to these shelves, but still kind of keep that subtle look going. So stay tuned because I will be decorating for spring in March, probably like the beginning, first few weeks of March, and I'm so excited. All right, everything is all decorated. It's definitely not like full-blown anything crazy. And we are going to be decorating for spring in the next, like 2 months or something. So I'll probably just kind of add to this for spring, maybe change some things out and add a little bit more color and more freshness and life. But for now, this is good. It doesn't feel overwhelming. It just feels fresh. So I'm loving that. But to finish things up today, we are right about at dinner time right now. So I'm gonna show you a really simple recipe. This comes together in like about 30 minutes or so. It's a really yummy 3-bean chili, and it's also gluten-free, dairy-free, unless if you add, you know, toppings like cheese or sour cream or, you know, whatever you want. But for me, I'm gonna have it gluten-free and dairy-free. I feel like it's just the perfect recipe for this time of year because it's still warm for a lot of you that are still having really, really cold weather, but it's also kind of like a lighter chili. It's filling, but it's not super heavy. So let's go ahead and get dinner cooked. All right, so with this, keep in mind, I'm going to be like kind of doubling the recipe. I'm not fully following the recipe, but I will have the official recipe card on the video, so you can go ahead and screenshot that and then print that out. And I also have it over on my website. I'm gonna go ahead and just chop up the produce. So chop up the onion, chop up the bell peppers. If you don't like bell peppers or you don't want to add them in, you don't have to. You can also add in like zucchini if you want to bulk it up that way. I don't have any on hand, but you can totally add different veggies that you have on hand and that you like. You can definitely customize this recipe to your family's likings. But this is what I'm going to be having in our chili tonight. Start by preheating your pan to like medium high, and we're gonna add in just a little bit of oil in just a minute once that heats up. This is my one-handed veggie transfer. I know, very impressive. But anyway, here I just went ahead and chopped up all the veggies. As you saw, we added in some oil, then I added in the onions to saute for a few minutes. And while the onions were sauteing, I just continued chopping up the rest of my veggies, like all of our peppers and everything. And then once the onions had become a bit more translucent and softer, I then added in some ground turkey. Let me know, do you prefer ground beef or ground turkey? Years ago, I used to exclusively use ground turkey, and then for some reason, I don't even know why, we got back into eating ground beef, and now we mostly do ground beef. But I actually love ground turkey, and I feel like it is a bit cheaper, so we might be going back to ground turkey, but I don't know. For now, we just kind of go back and forth, and we'll kind of see where we land again. All right, we have ground turkey browning. We have all of our peppers chopped up. I actually make my own homemade taco seasoning. One, it's gonna be cheaper than if you buy it at the store pre-made. Two, it's gonna be healthier because there's not gonna be any additives. And if you are gluten-free, you're not gonna have any added gluten or anything in it. It's just like simple ingredients. So I'll show you how to make that while we finish waiting for the meat to brown. Just add each of the ingredients into a bowl or a container, and you can definitely make this in bulk and make just like a big mix of this so that you always have it on hand whenever you want to make tacos or this chili or something. I just haven't done that in a while, so I've been, doing it the more annoying way and making it each time I make tacos. Any way you do it, it's really not that difficult. Okay, now while the meat is almost all the way browned, we are going to add in all of our peppers. Okay, once this is all fully cooked, you're going to go ahead and add in your taco seasoning. And you can totally use the packet kind. I just prefer this, and I kind of have to. And then next you're just going to add like the rest of your ingredients in. So I have corn, you can do canned corn, frozen corn, even fresh corn. And then you are going to want to drain and rinse all of your beans. But do not drain or rinse your tomatoes. You want all that juice. And you can either use like Rotel if you have it, or if you don't, you can do regular diced tomatoes with a can of green chilies. And then I am just using Better Than Bouillon for the broth, but you can totally use you know, chicken stock, vegetable stock, whatever you have.
I once felt I'm done with the defense. Drove back and climbed over your fence. Had to show you that I was a mess. So you were shrugging your shoulders. I'm closed off, that's what I told you. Soon enough, everything started to change. 'Cause there's no going back, no going back. There's no going back to your old life. Not living in the past, we're over that. I'm feeling it tonight.
So now that we have everything in here, we're just going to go ahead and bring this to a boil, and then we'll reduce the heat in just a few minutes, and we'll let this simmer for about 20 minutes, and then dinner is served. You can of course top this with whatever toppings you want. You can do cheese, corn chips, green onions, cilantro, avocado, sour cream. Like, there's so much. You can even add like hot sauce onto the top if you want it a little extra spicy, or add in some jalapenos. Just really customize it to how you want, but this is so yummy. It's almost like a taco chili. I don't know, it's delicious. You guys are going to love it.
Nothing could stop us. Sunsets, remember the colors. They were wrong, it was way more than a dream. We climbed up, yeah, over the hillside. So right, we stood there all wide-eyed. You and I floated on air in my mind. 'Cause there's no going back, no going back. There's no going back to your old life. Not living in the past, we're over that. I'm feeling it tonight. Riding on the dizzying heights. I'm standing on the dizzying heights.
Like I mentioned earlier, I did a huge kitchen declutter last week, and it has just felt so nice in the kitchen. Whenever I'm cooking, I have things kind of reorganized from that, and I also have a lot less things. Like, I just have the things that I use all the time, and it's just felt like a breath of fresh air. But it's definitely made me super excited for my next decluttering venture, which I think I've decided is going to be our closet, like our master closet, because that really needs a little extra love. So stay tuned for that. I'm not sure exactly when I'll get around to that one, but it'll probably be in the next 2 to 3 weeks.
I'm feeling it tonight. Riding on the dizzying heights. I'm standing on the dizzying heights. I'm standing on the dizzying heights. I'm standing on the dizzying heights. Standing on the dizzying heights. Everything's so much better. Riding high on your river. You and I, we're climbing way together. Standing on dizzying heights. Everything's so much better. Riding high on your river. You and I, we're climbing way together. Standing on the dizzying heights. Give me love, give me all your love, oh, 'cause I want you. No one else makes me feel this way, don't know what you do.
All right, the chili has just a few more minutes, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and tackle the floors, especially since we got rid of all the winter decor. Glitter has gotten on the floor, also a little bit of food, so I'm just gonna use our new Roborock Dyad Pro to clean those right up.
Could you hold my hand, look me in the eyes? You and me, yeah, that's all I need, and I'll be alright.
Like I said, this is our Roborock Dyad Pro. We also had the previous version, and while we loved that version, they have just made such amazing changes. So I have been using this super often, and actually I've been like rarely vacuuming our hard floors. I'll definitely pull out the vacuum when I need to vacuum our carpets, but anytime I need to vacuum our hard floors, I'm like, you know, I might as well just vacuum with the Roborock Dyad and get everything mopped at the same time, and it's just been incredible. Now I believe that this might still have a $100 discount on it right now. I haven't seen them put this on Amazon yet, which I'm waiting for that because I feel like it's just always so convenient to order everything on Amazon. But I'll link to their website so you can check it out below, and if you're interested in one of these, definitely snag it while it's on sale.
Giving you my love, giving you my love, love. Tell me what you wanna do. I'll do anything as long as I can be here with you. Everything's alright. I'll be right here. I swear that I'll stay here with you.
Let me tell you, this chili is so good. And like I said earlier, I did make a double recipe, but that fed our entire family and visitors, and we had leftover the next day, and it's just as good, if not better, the next day reheated. So you guys have to try this one. And if you do try it out, be sure to tag me on your socials. I would love to see what you thought of it. As always, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really hope that this video was motivating to you. And above all, I just hope that you felt the comfort of hanging out with a friend. Be sure that you are subscribed down below if you are not already, so that you don't miss out on our bathroom makeover next week. I cannot wait to share that with you guys. And if you want to get caught up on some of our other home makeovers, I'm going to leave a link down below for our home makeover playlist. And I'm also going to put on the right side of the screen our boho makeover marathon, where you can see how I transformed my sister's house here in Arizona completely from top to bottom. We did like 5 different spaces in her home, and it just felt like a totally new home. So check that video out if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.